Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die Alpha 13. I am going to be dropping a bunch of wood in here because on the last episode, we collected a whole lot of bottled water. You see all those kind of in my inventory there? Looks like 55 of them. I'm going to put down about 11 minutes worth of wood because I'm actually going to need a lot more than that, especially because this game doesn't quite play the timeout on the fire correctly. It actually, I'll end up needing more than that, but that's okay. We're going to need a few things today, so we're going to start off by crafting a shovel, and then because I can use a few more, we're going to craft some more arrows, and we're going to head outside, and I'm actually coming out on the wrong side, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And we're going to go collect some clay because we're going to be doing a little forging today. Now, I haven't really played with a forge in this version of the game. Actually, I haven't even played with creating a forge since the pimps changed it some time back. The pimps, of course, being the developers, the fun pimps. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to play like, but I know I'm going to need a lot of clay so that I can basically create a forge. So we're going to grab yonder, where did you go? Did I not? There it is. Gonna say we need to grab that shovel. I could have sworn I made one. Let's go ahead and just arm that right now. And of course we are in zombie territory, and yes, zombies will be running pretty soon. I mean, we still have a couple of hours here. It's not like they're going to be running right away, but they will be running soon. I see a body down there. I am curious about that. But I am kind of looking for another place to get underground where maybe I don't need to put frames down to get out, something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure where I'm looking for exactly, but I want to say there were some areas over here that I thought had some clay, and yes, I realize I'm picking up a lot of small stones, and that's probably obnoxious. I'll stop that. Just out of curiosity, what happens? No, you. How about you? Ah, you count as clay, apparently. Okay. I guess this is clay right here. We need to dig up at least 50 units of it. Oh, man, that's going to be a bunch. And I'm going to be needing some more stamina, not to mention it was kind of complaining at me that I needed to drink a little more, so let's take care of that. I need to mention that I've talked about it a little bit in the comments for a couple of the videos. A couple people have just kind of been asking some questions, whatever. I've mentioned it. I'm having issues with this game crashing my system. And when I say crashing my system, I mean full-on system shutdown. Like, boom, computer's on 1 second, and then the next it is literally turned off. That, to me, tells me that something is massively overheating. I suspect it's actually my CPU and not my GPU. I say that in part because I'm not getting any sort of graphical corruptions before it happens. It's just everything seems fine and then it's not. So I'm kind of running some monitoring stuff and keeping some logs of things and hoping that I'll be able to figure out what in the world is going on, and not only figure it out, but be able to stop it from happening. But I don't know, I'm kind of waiting for it to crash on me any time now, actually. The thing that's really frustrating about that is I have to keep rolling all my saves back, because what'll happen is the game will crash, and I can load that save up, and things may or may not work okay. It's going to restart me at the time that I started the save on originally. So if I was... Oh, look at that. I got 90 of them. We're good. Let's get out of here. So let's just say it was around 10 p.m. on day 6, which is around when I started this particular episode, which is about where the save file starts, because, again, I'm having to save a lot and back everything up. It might crash such that I can then reload. Hello, cat. And it'll be 10 p.m. on day 6, even though I was last playing on day 7 or day 8 or whatever it happens to be. It's really bizarre. And then sometimes the chunks won't load, so the world won't load in correctly. It's really quite frustrating. Oh, that would be a cat just about falling out of my lap. Yeah, that hurt a little. She's not always graceful, but she tries. She's actually quite the good jumper, though. Okay, so I think we have enough clay and small rocks for the time being. Let's go ahead and get inside. I forget that everything is all messed up around here. Come on, we can do this. Oh, no, you're empty. I've already checked you. Good. Can hear the fire going. With some luck, things are actually cooking away. I'm not sure. I've read there are some reports of things not cooking properly when going away from it, so I don't know. I'm not sure, but I want to check on that first off just to see how it's going here. Look at that. We are almost out of time on that particular block of wood. And we're going to go ahead and add some more fuel, even though I'm going to have enough to cover this. Let's go ahead and get it up there. There we go. 1320 remaining, 1340 on the fuel. It's still not going to be enough. I'm going to need more. It's all right. Did I take everything from you? I didn't. I left a sandwich on him. I don't want that sandwich. That's gross. Zombies are walking, running. They're running now. Holy cow, I cannot speak today. It's going to be a rough one. I kind of started sort of potentially maybe a little bit moving things around. I didn't really get around to it too much. I'm not going to do this a whole lot, but I do want to pull some of my stuff out here. So you're a functional gun. Let's put you in here. And then I have an AK-47 barrel. We'll put that over there and a barrel, and that's fine. I don't need to go crazy with all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. We are going to do a bellows. So what do I need for that? I don't have my animal hides. So let me go ahead and grab those. I have exactly what I need. It's great. So we're going to go ahead and queue up a bellows, and then I guess I can go ahead and put some of this stuff away for the time being, and I could probably put that one back on. And let's see, let's go back into here and just kind of take a look at what all sorts of stuff I have in here. I have a fair amount of junk these days. I don't know how much of it is useful at this point. I mean, it's all useful. There's a purpose to everything in the game. Don't get me wrong there. I know everything is useful for something. I'm just saying I don't know if it's really useful right now. There's the bellows. So let's go ahead and get a forge going. Do I have everything I need on me? I don't have enough small stones. I knew that was going to be a problem. Crud. I need my torch handy because I can't really see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull my torch out, even though this may be a bad idea. I actually want to go to the other side of the house to do this. So let's go over here. So I want to say there are a couple of rocks nearby-ish, maybe. Maybe not. Well, there's a small stone. I'm really just looking for a rock that I can kind of chop on with my axe. There we go. We'll put that away. And collect some stones here. I have no idea if I'm actually going to need to get more than the 50 total. You know, am I going to need them for additional things? Like I said, I haven't really played with forging in this particular version of the game. So I'm not 100% sure what I should be expecting from everything. But I do want to go ahead and just grab a few, because this is also going to give me some iron fragments, which of course I can turn into useful stuff. I'm really not sure how molds work in this one either. That's something I'm really curious about, because I'd like to start making a bunch of iron arrows instead of all these stone arrows. They've actually been pretty effective, the stone ones have. But if I could make nothing but iron arrows at this point, that would be a massive efficiency upgrade, I think. Well, I say efficiency, and by that I mean damage, efficiency, everything. Primarily damage, though. Let's go ahead and run back inside here. It's not particularly bright inside, but it is bright enough. Let's go back to the forge. We can go ahead and craft one now. Did I not hit the button? Craft. Thank you. That's going to take a minute and change to make that bad boy. So let's go ahead and grab all of the iron fragments. If you were iron fragments, you'd be hiding right there. I was about to say, where would you be hiding? You'd be hiding right there, right under my nose. Aloe vera plants. I keep saying I need to make some more medicated bandages. I'm up to 3, though, so that might be okay. Did I put all the eggs in the fridge? Oh, no, I dropped them, didn't I? I had a bunch at one point, and then I dropped all of them. That's okay. We don't really need them. How am I doing on food and water? I'm actually not doing too poorly. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. I probably should have had the goldenrod tea, but I'm just going to save that for a day when I need stamina. So I'm just going to let this craft. I'll be right back with you. Okay, we have a forge ready. I'm actually going to go ahead and run up here, and we're going to leave the forge up top. This is kind of turning into my, I don't know, all-purpose general doing stuff room. So we're going to throw that guy down there. I don't know where to put it. I guess it doesn't honestly matter. I have a bedroll over there. Yes, I hear you, dogs. I'm a little worried about running into dogs. I still haven't run into one yet, but I don't know. They do worry me a touch. Yeah, that's right. I get used to playing different games, and buttons do different things. We're going to put you there. Okay, that is really loud. Now, I was playing with this for a moment because I was a little confused by it, but I think I understand now. So here, you can say I put in a little bit of fuel just to kind of get things started. I'm going to take all of those iron fragments and all of that clay, and I'm going to go ahead and add a little more fuel to this. We're going to turn it on, and you're going to see that these fragments are going to be dropping down, as are the clay, and every time they decrease by 1, you're seeing the iron and the clay count increase by 5. So that's not a bad turnaround, actually, if you ask me. I was a little worried that just kind of taking a look at some of these things, like, oh, I don't know, forged steel, for instance, you need 10 clay and 20 iron. I had 40 lumps of clay, and I'm thinking, holy cow, that's 10 right there. Or if we go back to forged iron, for instance, 5, well, that means I'm going to be able to make 8 of these. That's not much, but look at that. I'm already up to 40 and 40, 45 and 45. So we're going to go ahead and smelt a couple of these just kind of for kicks. I don't really know what it's going to do for me entirely, just because I'm not sure what all I can make at this stage of the game. I don't have an anvil. I don't have, I don't know, calipers or whatever that tool is. That looks like calipers to me. And I don't have this toolkit, which, well, here, let's just take a look. If I wanted to make an anvil, where are you? Anvil, right there. I would need a lot more iron than I have, and theoretically, I'm going to have that much. But I would need a lot of iron. And then, I don't know, where do I make the calipers or whatever they actually are, since I'm not 100% sure it's calipers. Or that toolkit. I don't know where I get that. Do I just find that? Do I make it? I'm not 100% sure. This is, it's different to me. But I do have some forged iron now. So if I go over to, say, this guy, what sort of stuff can I create now? I could do, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what all I can make. I cannot make that because I have not found the book. That is really disappointing to me. Man, I really can't make much. I mean, I guess I could do one of those, but I could have done that before anyway, and I just have chosen not to. Wow, I need to go find me some books. Well, in the meantime, let's go back to the forge for one more go-around. Hello, forge. And we're going to make some iron arrowheads. Ah, crud, we can't. I need... Dang it. All right, well, apparently I'm just going to need to let this sucker burn so I can get enough iron in there so I can make an anvil, so I can turn around and make nothing but iron arrowheads, because I would like to have nothing but iron arrows. That would really make me happy. Let's just check over here. Let's see how you are going. I'm just about, see, look at that. 215, 120-ish. I told you it wasn't going to be enough fuel. That, I think, will be enough. So I'll go ahead and let that run down. Just take a look one more time. That is really loud in my ears. It's probably not as loud for you because I have a limiter on that particular track. And I'm just checking to see where you're at. Yeah, you're going to be a little while longer. I should mention right now, too, okay, I have a forge going. I have a campfire going. And you know what? Just while we're kind of standing here, there's something else I should make. Let's go ahead and make a cooking grill. Let's go ahead and craft one of those. Theoretically, I'm developing heat right now, and I mean heat within the general definition of the system that calls zombies to you. I've heard some funny sounds, and I don't know if that was a screamer or if that was unrelated. I think that was the cat sitting on the control key and making me crouch. I'm struggling with her a bit right now. But even though I have a couple of things going, I've read the heat system has been tweaked, or at least that has been the experience of some. I'm not really seeing anything that's making me think it's particularly onerous or that I'm going to be expecting a ton of screamers right now. In fact, it's pretty quiet still, all things considered. But I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. On the next one, we're probably going to be doing a little more forging, or at the very least, I will start it off. But if we take a look at the map here, I'd like to either continue on this way and maybe follow the trail back to the road over here, or I would like to maybe just go back to this road right here, which will kind of rejoin the plains biome and then follow that north a little bit, but not too far because it's going to be day 7. You can see it's day 7 is coming upon 5 a.m. And that means we're going to need to get back here in time to make some preparations for a bit of a day 7 horde. So for right now, I'm going to have to call that an episode, but I will catch you on another one. If you enjoyed this one, do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. And if you haven't already and you'd like to get episodes as soon as they're released, do subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, thanks for watching. See you later.